Hey everyone, Mr. Gray through IS here, and I'm back with another video. Now today's video, I'm in the garage. It is super cold and super windy outside today, so it would be terrible to film outside. But thankfully, this is an easy garage install, probably like a 30-minute install after you watch this video. Super simple, but today we are installing Illuminated Door Sills. This is something that I've wanted for a while, and I finally got. It was actually a Christmas present, so I'm super appreciative of that. This is also an OEM product, and it's fairly plug and play. It actually comes with everything you need to install: the T-taps, the zip ties, the harnesses, everything. It taps directly into a 12-volt source that's super easy to get to. And this OEM kit that I got actually came with rear metal scuff plates, which is a cool little bonus. So I'll do that as a little quick install before I do these guys. It's fairly simple. Let's get right into it. Now, first off, left and right. You might be like, what's left, what's right? Is it looking at the car? Is it sitting in the car? What is it? Left and right for Lexus, I've come to find it's always when you're sitting in the car. So sit in the car, left side is the driver's side. So this one and that one is gonna be on the driver's side of the car. So let's get to it. Now this is kind of cool because I didn't know this kit came with these rear ones, and they're plastic, and I guess it would be kind of cool just to have the metal, so might as well. They're pretty easy to take off. You go ahead and take a little plastic pry tool or something of the sort. There's this little tab actually you can see along here, little spot where you can get the pry tool under, and boom, you just pop it up. Same here, pop it up, and there's one more along here, and it's already out. That simple. These three clips right into there. It's a little dirty, I'll wipe it down. And we can go ahead and put the metal versions of these in. Super OEM Plus. You know I like my OEM Plus stuff. Go ahead and wipe it down nicely. That's some fresh paint under there. Peel this guy off. Get us a little comparison. Yeah, that's nice. Then you just pop it right back in. Boom. Just like that. And we got ourselves a nice metal scuff plate in the back. That's pretty clean. Okay, now let's move to the star of the show, the illuminated ones. So first things first, very similar first step. You can go ahead and get a pry tool under here and just pop it up. These four clips that run along here, and this one's off. Now we're also going to need to remove this plastic piece right here, so you can go ahead and get a pry tool under this as well. Okay, and it might take some maneuvering, but ultimately there are clips that run along here. These guys on the either end are going to be your main ones, and it just unclips. You just pry it up and it pops right off. Now my wiring and stuff here might look a little different than yours because I do have my air lines, as you can see right here, ran through the door sills of my car. Next we're going to remove this panel right here. It's just one long continuous piece, and you're just going to pull back on it, and there's going to be clips that run along this. These spots right here are where it attaches to and where you have to pull it off from. And next we're going to go ahead and squeeze this right here and pull this whole plastic piece out. And it might help to go ahead and push the parking brake down a little bit so you can get some more room. And it should just pop right out like that. Okay, so once we are in here, this harness on the left, you can see right here, this guy on the left, there's two of them. We need to tap into this violet wire, this purple wire that's running, that runs into the bottom left corner pretty much. So it's a little easier to do with two hands, but I'm going to grab some slack in it, and we're pretty much just going to use the T-tap, the red T-tap that comes with the kit, and tap right into that wire. So this is the T-tap. This one's kind of clever. I've never worked with one exactly like this one, but ultimately you're going to slide this violet wire into the opening right here. I'll use this pink wire as an example. You just slide it right into there. I'm not going to do this one all the way, but once it's in, you're going to go ahead and close this, and you'll see that tooth right there. it's gonna catch on that lip. And once that's in there, that wire is trapped. So you're good. You don't have to do much from there. And when we next put the wire in that we want to tap into that one, we put it into this hole on the right side that is closed off. So we're gonna tap the new wire into the one we just clamped. And to do that, once it's in there and once this is closed, you're then going to close this whole circuit. And you're going to use some pliers and just clamp it closed. And then this metal piece will come down and pretty much splice into both of them fully, which will then arc the two together, making one solid connection. Might sound a little complicated, but you'll kind of see as I go. All right, I got the violet one trapped in there. We haven't clamped it down yet because we still need to feed the other wire that we need into there. Next, we're going to take this main panel down. It's pretty easy. There's going to be 2 Phillips screws, one there and one there. And after that, this panel is just gonna pop down, and the footwell light is still going to be attached to it, so don't yank it down too much. And there's a wire on that footwell light that we are going to tap into. My panel is gonna look slightly different than yours because I do have a couple things in here for my, as you might be able to tell, Army Tricks exhaust system. It is Valvetronic, so it attaches to my OBD2, and it has a little antenna right here. But pretty much right here, you guys all had this puddle light. That's what we're going to tap into. It's actually the blue wire on the puddle light. So we're going to go ahead and grab a hold of that wire, grab it separately, and we are going to T-tap it just like we did with the other one. Pretty easy. It is tapped onto there, and the opening is on this side right here, which is perfect because the next step is taking the driver's side light. This is actually a fiber optic light. And what it's going to do is shine light through a fiber optic cable, which is evidently going to eventually light up the illuminated door sill. So the longest wire, the blue one right here, is what we're going to feed into that T-tap and crimp it right in. And okay, as you can kind of tell, it is tapped into there. The new blue wire is fed into this side, while the existing blue wire that I tapped into is crimped. The connection of the plastic is clamped close right there, and it is really secure. So once this one's done, we can go ahead and route this cable following the original cable, and then it'll come down to here. So I followed where you can see the zip ties are, the original wiring coming from that light that I tapped into. And it comes up here, and it comes down here. And these zip ties that you can see that I used, super clutch. This kit comes with 20 of them, so 10 for each side. I didn't use all 10 for each side, but it is now nicely and neatly secured coming out right here. And next, we can do this part down here. This consists of, very similarly to up there, we're going to take this wire and finish the tap right there. We're going to put it in that right side hole, clamp it down, and then this light should now have power every time we open the door. Okay, as you can tell, it's tapped. The light is on, and a way you can test it is this is the trigger for your door. I'm going to put it on 0.5 and boom. Activated from the door. It's pretty cool. So next we're going to put the new door sill into here and feed the wire through. Now, of course, it doesn't hurt to give it a little wipe down. I probably won't wipe this part ever again. And then we're going to go ahead and take this left side door sill, and it has this fiber optic cable coming out of it. This is what the end looks like. It's like a long wire, and the front side that's like right by the door sill is almost like a little ribbon. And it's pretty neat how they have it. So if we go ahead and pop up this rubber trim right here, like so, you can see actually even on the outside, this little marking, you might think it's like, oh, is that like tape or something? No, actually, Lexus already knew we were gonna do this. So they, nice enough, they gave you a little gap right there to feed this fiber optic ribbon through. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lexus. I mean, this is an OEM part after all, so it's only right that it fits like an OEM part. So we're gonna go ahead and feed this fiber optic cable through here first, like so. This ribbony part is going to fit right into this gap like it should. Sorry about that. Let me get some light on there for you. See, it fits right through this gap. Now remember, for this door sill, it might help to go under first like this and then flop it down, or else you might get caught up on something. So if we go ahead and do that, push it in, same with this side, push it down, it should click. Remember, 4 of them, 3, 4. That one, there we go. That one didn't go down too much. So here's the ribbon coming up through here. And remember, it goes through this little slot, just like that. And go ahead and push this seal back down. It'll sit down perfectly flat and flush right there like it used to. This is the only part that will now have a little bit of raise to it, but it is meant for that. And you just go ahead and bend it right at that bend. And we can go ahead and stick it right down. I already have, this guy's kind of full in here, so I don't want to shove too much more in there. So we're actually going to go ahead and just stick it right behind each of these like that. And it should just go right down behind there. This guy will stick down a little more flat once we put that cover back on. But now we are pretty much all set. And I think you guys can see what we're going to do from here. We're going to go ahead and stick this fiber optic cable into the end of that light. So we're going to go ahead and take the end of this cable, take the light, and we're trying to bend it the least amount possible. I'm going to go ahead and stick it into here, just like that. It goes all the way in. And as you guys might not be able to tell because it's pretty bright, the Lexus emblem is illuminated. Let me go ahead and shut the light off real quick so you can see. And we'll go ahead and also take this cover off so it's a white hue, not a blue hue. And actually, cool fact, the JDM version of these, the Lexus emblem is blue. Like, kind of like this color, not white. But I like my white light, so we're sticking with that. Okay, lights off. Exposure is down. As you can see, it is on, off, on, off. And I'm just triggering that with opening and closing the door. Dang, that is clean. And it's a little easier to see in person, especially when I don't have this light from my garage shining right on top of it. Here we go. This is an even better angle. Dang, just like that. Illuminated door sills. That is so clean. So from here, we can go ahead and start to assemble things back together. I have the little light box just tucked right back there, just on the side. It fits right into there. And push this plastic right back in, as you can see. And it might help if you get a little screwdriver or something to kind of unfold those little clips back out so it kind of wants to hold and it doesn't just keep popping out. But from here, all you're gonna do is put that long plastic piece back in, pop this plastic back up, and put the 2 Phillips screws in, put this piece of plastic in, just like how you took it out, pop it in, and we can move on to the passenger side. It's pretty similar. All right, I popped all the panels back in, went in just like how it came out because we really didn't alter much right here. It's all tucked in. Looks really good. And it also comes on with your door light. I have this F Sport one. I'll leave the link for that in the description if you want that. And then it also comes on with your footwell lighting. Easy. Looks like nothing ever happened. Now we have a very clean light up emblem. And the cool thing about this one is it's actually much brighter, just like a brighter white than the original one. As you can tell, is black. And it kind of just looks more premium. I don't know. Just looks premium. And it kind of goes with the Lexus lettering on the floor mats right there. All right, let's move on to the passenger side. Very, very similar process. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this guy out. Easy. Clean it up a little bit. All right, then from here, we can go ahead and take this plastic panel off. And then the same way we can go ahead and take this guy off. There's clips that run all the way down there, and then there's one bigger one down there. Okay, same deal. Clip there, 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 and down there. That piece is off. From here, we can do the same thing and go ahead and squeeze this and pull it out. and we'll expose the wires we need to tap into. So we're gonna have to take this bottom tray piece down just like the other side, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it now just to get better access to pull these out. This is airlift stuff, so don't worry about that. But this is actually easier. You don't even need a screwdriver. You can just use your pry tool and it just pops right down. All right, this whole tray is out. You can just unplug right there the plug from your footwell lighting, so you can just slide this whole piece out. It pushes in there first and then pops in. So you just gotta pop these guys out and slide it, and you expose all of under here. So the wire we're gonna need is this green one that's kind of around the corner, but this harness is a little easier to access, so we're gonna go ahead and take it out. So all you're gonna do is push in the little tab inside of the grooved areas of the black piece, and then you're gonna lift the black piece up. And the black piece is gonna kind of go like that, and you can slide this whole harness out and it'll be much easier to grab the wire we need to tap into. So I have it out. This is what I was talking about. It just slides up and then you can pull the whole harness out. And this green guy right there, the one next to the purple one and between the red one, this is the one we're gonna need to tap into. So you can just kind of get your finger behind there or a small screwdriver behind there and just pull some slack out of it like so. And now we have a decent spot to tap into it with one of the T-taps. All right, now that we have the harness out, that was fairly easy. You can see it's kind of trapped in there. And the next one we gotta get is right here. If we can pull this down a little bit and pull the shielding back, as you can see, just like that, pull it back, and there's a red and a blue wire. Kind of looks black, but it is blue, and this blue wire is what we're going to T-tap into next, right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide this through, make sure the blue wire is all the way in, shield that up just like this, and we are ready to feed our other wire in. So the last guy in the little baggie is the passenger, the second and final fiber optic light. This green one, similar to the other side, is the one we're going to tap into the closer one. So this guy right there connected to the harness, and then this longer blue one, you're gonna tap into that blue one. And I don't know if you're catching on, but they are color coded. So this green one is going to the green one, and the blue one's going to the blue one, and the other side was also color coded. So fairly easy. We're gonna T-tap it and clamp it just like the other side. And this guy should light up every time we open the door or press that trigger. And don't forget to plug that harness back in to test that everything works, or else you're gonna be like, why is it not working? It's because that harness is unplugged. All right, it is clamped into there nice and tightly. And as you can see, I went ahead and neatly zip tied this wire following this little loomed wire that comes all the way down here. And I brought the wire around kind of the back side, and this is it right here, this black one. It's also zip tied, and it now comes out right here. And then next we're gonna go ahead and tap this green wire into that green one and plug it in, and that should light up. Okay, as you can kind of tell back there, it is in. It is clamped in, clamped really tightly, and a good way to test that it's working is, there you go. I'll go ahead and do the door actuator. And it works. That's the door little guy, and it turns on. So pretty easy from here, just like the other side. Put the door sill, feed the fiber optic through here, plug it into there, tuck this. There's a lot more room on this side. So you can just tuck this all the way back there, and you're all set. Okay, it is plugged in. As you guys can see, it lights up. That is it sitting right back there. I just kind of tucked it down. The wire is run on here, this guy here, just right down there. It's ran, easy. Pop the plastics back in. And guys, you got illuminated door sills if I've ever seen them. All right, I popped this little under guy back in, plugged the light back in, put this long piece in, put this bottom piece in, and this was fitting a little weird. My plastics were fitting weird the last time I put them in, and somehow, some way, they're fitting better than they did before. So I don't know. I guess perks of taking your stuff apart and putting it back together again. But it looks super OEM, like nothing even happened. And as you can see, it looks super nice. Wowee. I'm going to go ahead and press the door actuator a couple times so you can see how it looks. Dang. Illuminated Door Sills. That is super premium. Great mod. Fairly easy. You just tap a couple wires. T-taps are super easy for tapping wires. And now you have some illuminated door sills. And if you get the one that I got, you also have metal rear door sills. So that's pretty cool. Makes all of the door sills premium. Well, that is it. It is fairly simple to do this install. Easy 30-45 minutes after you watch this video. You know what to do. Jump in, get it done. You got it. I hope y'all's new year is going well. This is the second video of the new year. I started off the new year with an updated mod list video, so you guys are caught up with everything I've done. And now with this one, you are really caught up with everything I've done. So if you haven't seen that previous video, feel free to go check it out. I list out all the mods, all the prices, all the links. I hope this video helped you out a little bit. Please feel free to leave any questions or comments in the comments down below. And also, as always, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram, gray_3is. Send me pictures, ask me questions, say what's up. I'm always on there. So stop by and say hello if you'd like. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. This has been Mr. Gray3is, and I'll see you in the next one. Walking